Hey, how's it going? Brandon J here from United Plugins, and in this video, I'm gonna walk you through our brand new plugin, Phantomix. Now, imagine this. What if your compressor didn't just compress or squash your audio, but actually turn what it reduced into something creative? That's exactly what Phantomix does. Instead of throwing away the signal, it sends it into a chain of effects: reverb, delay, modulation, distortion, and then blends it back in. That means you're not just controlling dynamics, you're reshaping them into something musical. In this video, I'll show you exactly how it works step by step. Let's start with the basics. The interface moves from left to right like a signal chain. We begin with the input section. Here you can monitor and adjust the incoming signal. For best results, aim to keep your peaks between -20 decibels and 0 decibels. That gives Phantomix the right level to work with. Next is the dynamic splitter, the heart of Phantomix. Think of it like a compressor with a twist. Normally, a compressor reduces the loud parts of the signal. Phantomix does that too, but it does it differently because it throws the signal to a series of effects chain and throw it back in the mix. You can switch between two modes: compression mode, where the loud parts are processed, and gate mode, where the quiet parts are processed. The controls will feel familiar if you've used compressors before. Threshold sets the point where the processing begins. In compression mode, lowering the threshold means more of your signal passes through the effects. In gate mode, it's the opposite. Everything below the threshold is processed. Ratio controls how strong the transition is. A higher ratio makes it more dramatic, and a lower one makes it smoother. Phantomix also makes it easy to hear exactly what's happening. The audition switches lets you solve just the compressed signal, just the phantom effects, or the final output. Each has its own volume control, so you can blend things perfectly. Keep in mind that when there's no gain reduction, nothing is sent to the effects section, so no effect is happening. The effect only works when there's attenuation. Attack and release control the timing. Attack decides how fast the splitter reacts when the signal gets louder. A slower attack lets the transients like drum hits pass through before the effects engage. Release decides how long the effect stays active after the sound fades. Knee softens the curve of the transition, and hold locks the level let it speak for a set moment. Really useful for percussive sounds. Right here at the very bottom, you'll find the high pass and low pass filters. They determine which part of the frequency spectrum will be affected by the dynamic splitter. From there, we head into the effects section. Each module can be turned on or off with a double click, and you can drag them around to change the order. Let's walk through them. The compressor offers 5 analog flavors: clean, punchy, spiky, brutal, and squashy. You get saturation for warmth, attack and release for speed, and dry-wet blend to set the balance. The transient shaper is great for drums. Boost the attack to make hits cut through, or crank it down to soften them. You can add saturation for extra presence, and adjust the resolution to your taste. The limiter keeps your peaks under control or boosts loudness. Lower the threshold to make things louder. Use saturation for color and adjust the output gain to stay balanced. The delay is a ping-pong style delay. Control the gain, feedback, and timing in musical divisions like quarter notes. Panorama sets how wide the echoes bounce. The modify control shifts the timing slightly, so the repeats feels natural instead of robotic. The modulation section is stacked with movement effects: chorus, flanger, phaser, tremolo, and sweep filter. You can shape them with rate, feedback, depth, and vintage. The stereo switch here at the bottom makes the effects stereophonic. The reverb gives you almost 30 modes, from tight rooms to massive creative spaces. Use the length control to set the tail, low cut and high cut filters to keep the mix clean, and pre-delay to control the sense of distance. The bandpass filter lets you remove low or high frequencies, adjust the slope and resonance for precision. The EQ module is surgical with a single peak filter, perfect for removing resonances like ringing snare without affecting the whole sound. The saturator adds analog style harmonics. Use drive to push the effect, and dry wet to blend it in. The compander switch makes saturation more balanced between loud and quiet parts. The folder is a wave-folding distortion for heavier tones. Drive it harder for aggressive character and use symmetry to change the shape of the distortion. And don't forget the presets. Phantomix comes with a wide range of presets for drums, vocals, instruments, and creative sound design. So to wrap it up, Phantomix is more than just a dynamic tool. It transforms what would normally be reduced or muted into something musical and creative. If you have any questions about Phantomix, please let us know in the comments below and we'll get to them ASAP. And if you don't have one yet, there's a 15-day fully functional trial version available at unitedplugins.com.